is my angry face. Why do I have it? Well, thanks for asking. Because today, we're going back to Wish.com.
Oh boy, you'd think one trip was enough. We came, saw a terrible console, played it, and had a terrible time. But as it turns out, Wish is some kind of nightmare farm that specializes in raising the crop known as bootlegs.
There's just so many of them. Does nobody at the Wish headquarters think they should put a stop to at least some of this?
Yeah, probably not. Because why would they? If they can trick some poor old grandma into thinking this is a PS4 so they can make a quick $20, then that's great for everyone. Except the kid. Sorry, little Jimmy.
Aw, man. What the f***?
So, let's check out the 2020 new upgrade 4.3/5.1 inch hand... Alright. Hold on a second. Can we please just give these things some kind of name? It doesn't even have to be good.
Wish.com. We don't care.
Wow. Let's just take a second to fully appreciate this image. Free 30,000 games. You know, after you pay for the console. But yeah, after you pay for it, it's all free. Where do we start with this? Seriously, what's the best strategy of attack for something like this? Its design? I guess it's a weird Nintendo Switch PS Vita hybrid. Who would ever want to be associated with the Vita? Even Sony probably feels embarrassed for making it.
Now let's be completely honest. Do we, deep down in our hearts, truly think that we can play Mario Maker 2 and Smash Bros. Ultimate on this thing? No. Bold statement, I know.
128 bits? Holy crap! That's like the power of 8 Super Nintendos. Is that impressive? I don't know. Now, despite advertising itself as a handheld console, you can actually plug this thing into the TV, so you can have a bigger experience of pain. It's my favorite. Now, this thing may look like a big piece of trash, and it is, but at least it's only $20, so I can either buy this console or 5 boxes of Ziploc sandwich bags. Every box has 90 bags, so that's 450 zip-up bags.
These are my only 2 options, I'm sorry.
Well, let's check out the reviews for this thing and see if it's worth the money. Grandbaby loves it. 5 stars. Alright, maybe we shouldn't ask Grandma on her opinion. 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. Oh my god! Why does the Nintendo Switch Vita have so much love? There's more negative ratings on the Ziploc bags.
Now, nothing about this console looks appealing in the slightest. So I guess we have to buy it. So, after weeks of waiting, it's finally here.
And to the surprise of no one, it's a big honkin' piece of trash. There are multiple different models available, all ranging in different abilities and hardware. And I had to request that I get the newest and best one they were offering. As an example, that would be like showing off the original Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Nintendo 3DS in one ad, not knowing that one is technically better than the other, while only advertising the specs and capabilities of the best model. Wow, yeah, that game console sounds really impressive.
Not knowing that there's a difference between the consoles, and when it arrives, you get socks!
Because this console sucks. Alright, you know what? Scrap that joke. It's not even funny.
But this is a video game console, so how are the games?
Well, this is one absolutely beautiful and well-designed menu. What do you think? Yeah, once again, we're dealing with more 8 and 16-bit emulators. NES, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance games. None of these bootlegs do anything to stand out from one another. How many times does someone want to play a bunch of old Nintendo games with butchered quality? The games run fine, I guess. They sound like a Taco Bell toilet bowl, though. Which, no, it's not a compliment. I'm tired of looking at these games. These bootleg consoles have kinda soured my love for 8 and 16-bit games, which is kinda sad to say. There are a few bootleg games on here, but it's nothing we already haven't talked about. I'm light years ahead of this console, which apparently now I'm being told is called X7. That's it.
But wait a minute, the intro video clearly showed PlayStation games. So where are they?
Well, as it turns out, what I received was an X7, but what I requested was an X12.
So you know what I did? I bought another one. Yeah, this time making sure I got the newest and up-to-date model. Now we gotta wait again.
There's like 100 PS1 and PS2 games combined on here, which isn't too bad. Let's check out, Spyro the Dragon, an absolute PlayStation classic. Something don't seem right here. Yes, I see. My detective skills finally coming into place. And after playing this game for 15 seconds, I realized something.
This is absolutely terrible!
I guess this is why we never see anything past the Super Nintendo in these bootleg consoles. Why? One simple answer is all I'm looking for. Why? Who wants to play games like this? They all run so terribly slow. Let's try another game. Symphony of the Night. Yeah, that game's got some 16-bit vibes to it. Maybe it'll run better.
That's what I get for being optimistic.
And no, don't worry, the PlayStation 2 games don't run any better. The funniest thing to me, however, is that out of the entire PlayStation 2 library of games that could have been on this, you know what game is labeled at number 1? Family Guy.
Holy crap!
No jokes, Family Guy on PS2 is such a good, underrated game. There was a time when Family Guy was actually really funny and unironically adored by many. It was edgy, zany, and had its moments of funny. Fast forward to 2006 and Family Guy on PS2 was released. This was during a time when licensed video games on TV cartoons were usually pretty good. The story follows a bunch of random stuff that happens. There's 3 different sections of the game: Stewie, Brian, and Peter, each of which have their own storylines that are all connected in some way. That's a really charming concept that I wish more games would use. Not only are there 3 different stories between the 3 characters, but the gameplay is different as well. Stewie's levels have a focus on platforming and collecting items. This is the formula that most licensed video games go for. The controls are solid enough, and I honestly can't complain. There's also these weird Space Invaders segments. That's the best way I can describe it. Enemies appear on top of you, at least in this perspective, and you gotta blast them. The Brian levels are all about stealth and espionage, trying to avoid everyone from the cops to guys taking showers together. This was comedy in 2005. Laugh! Doesn't this just feel like a Family Guy cutaway gag? Gosh, Peter, this is worse than the time I met Hideo Kojima. And then there's like a flashback where Brian's dressed up as Snake or something. There's funny in there somewhere. And lastly, there's the Peter levels. These are your basic arcade-style beat-em-up stages. They're fun, simple, and therapeutic. The game is pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's serviceable and has that Family Guy charm, back when it was pretty good. The voices are all here, the references are aplenty, the gameplay is solid, and the visuals go for a more cartoony Wind Waker vibe. What's that word? Cell shading? Yeah, it feels more like you're playing the cartoon than attempting a more realistic look. There's also the funnies. You know, if jumping on pregnant women that constantly shoot out babies is funny.
Which, yeah. Didn't you hear? No? Huh. That's weird. I thought that, everyone knew. That everyone heard.
Brian, don't! Oh, well, bad.
Yup, this game console is so terrible I instead decided to talk about Family Guy for however many minutes. So that was the XJ9 console, and to the surprise of no one, it was a big piece of crap. But at least we got to talk about Family Guy, and that probably made someone happy. What am I doing with my life?